Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. My name is Shahla Riaz. My roll number is BP1650208. My group number is 36. Our topic was kidney and liver transplant, and I am presenting here the cytomegalovirus with respect to liver transplant. Cytomegalovirus is the name that was derived from the Greek word cyto, meaning cell, and megalo, meaning large. It's a viral genus of the virus family known as herpes viridae or herpes viruses. The species that infect the human is commonly known as CMV, HCMV, or human herpes virus 5, HHV5, and is the most studied of all the cytomegaloviruses. It is an enveloped double-stranded DNA virus that belongs to herpes viridae family. It is one of the most common viruses that causes the severe infection in transplantation of bone marrow or solid organs, liver or kidney. It can affect almost every organ in the body, resulting in encephalitis, retinitis, pneumonia, hepatitis, gastroenteritis, and of course the transplant rejection. In post-transplantational period, the recipient is usually given the immunosuppressive medication to prevent the immune system from recognizing the transplantation tissue as a foreign and causing the rejection. However, one major disadvantage of this approach is that the immune system is unable to prevent the body against pathogens like CMV. CMV can be transmitted to the body through the blood and several other fluids like saliva, genital secretions, urine and feces of the infected person, sexual contact and semen, blood transfusion, respiratory droplets by coughing and sneezing. It could be the vertical transmission, that is transplacental through breast milk, and the transplanted organ itself can be the reason of the transmission of the cytomegalovirus. Mechanism of action includes, first of all, the primary infection. During the primary infection, virus usually invades the epithelial cells like those that make the oral, GI, and urinary mucosa and starts to multiply, then damage the infected cell by breaking down the cytoskeleton which maintain the cell. The cytoskeleton actually maintains the cell structure, and it results in when that cytoskeleton is damaged, then it results in the enlarged cell that have the intranuclear viral inclusion bodies, and due to this reason it is known as cytomegalovirus. It means the enlarged cell. Well, due to the presence of this intranuclear viral inclusion bodies, it acquires the appearance of the owl's eye. CMV also affects the monocytes in the blood and sets up the latent infection, which means that virus remains dormant for a long period of time, and it can be reactivated at times when immune system weakens, causing the disease. Most of the time, primary infection occurs years before the transplant. About 25% transplant leads to much more severe primary infection as compared to the reactivation. In either case, the virus can spread throughout the body and damage different organs. Transplanted organ is always almost affected because viral infected cells, they attract the army of the immune cells at the site where in processing of killing the virus, the immune cells also recognize the foreign transplanted cell and attack it, and they may also damage the cell. Symptoms usually begin 1 to 4 months after organ transplantation in absence of antiviral prophylaxis. If the prophylaxis is being given, then onset is after 6 months of the discontinuation of the prophylaxis. Depending on the organ transplanted, symptoms that occur are generally different, and these are accompanied with fever, discomfort. Like if the person is suffering from pneumonia due to CMV, then it can show the symptoms of cough and shortness of breath. GI symptoms may include dysphagia, abdominal pain, nausea, vomiting, diarrhea. Hepatitis can cause jaundice. Retinitis can lead to blurring of the vision. Scotomas lead total blindness. Encephalitis may present with the altered mental status. Seizures, weakness. Diagnosis involves different methods. So we have first of all we have the isolation of the virus from the tissues and the body fluids, or we can simply say that by the cell culture. Polymerase chain reaction CMV PCR is done to detect the viral DNA. Serological tests like immunofluorescence assays to detect the CMV specific antibodies in the blood. Increased CMV IgM, it means there is acute infection, it indicates acute infection actually. And increased CMV IgG may indicate the past infection. Specific DNA test, these are more sensitive and more specific than antibodies studies. A nucleic acid sequence based amplification test and many other tests are also there. Now treatment. As such, there is no cure of CMV, but they can be treated by antiviral medications like ganciclovir, valganciclovir, foscarnet, CMV IVIG or intravenous immunoglobulin. It contains anti-cytomegalovirus antibodies and it can be given to boost the immune response. The patients who are at the high risk, or the individuals who are at the high risk, like those with the previous history of the CMV infection, so these can be given the prophylactic antiviral therapy after the transplant reactivation, or sometimes the preemptive therapy can also be initiated uh, due to some of the disadvantages that may be related to the prophylactic antiviral therapy. Etiology. Cytomegalovirus infection in transplant recipient usually occur when latent virus from the seropositive donor organ are reactivated owing to the immunosuppression. The transmission of CMV from positive donor to negative recipient leads to an 80 to 100% infection rate and 40 to 50% disease rate. And a positive donor to positive recipient leads to 40 to 60% reactivation rate and 20 to 30% disease rate. And a negative donor to a negative recipient leads to 0 to 5% infection rate. So from this we can say that the person that have the where the recipient is basically negative and the donor is CMV positive, there is the greater chance of the developing CMV infection. Coming to the case study, so we have that AA, a 58-year-old 76 kg man with end-stage liver disease caused by alcoholic cirrhosis received an orthotopic liver transplant 16 weeks ago. He presents to the transplantation clinic with a 3-day history of generalized malaise, fatigue, nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, fever, and anorexia. At the time of the transplantation, the liver he received was positive for CMV, but he had negative CMV serology. His post-operative immunosuppressant regimen included oral prednisone and tacrolimus 5 mg per oral BID with adjustments made to his dose to maintain a 12-hour trough concentration between 10 and 15 nanogram per ml. He was also given ganciclovir 450 mg per oral daily for 3 months. His post-operative course was complicated by an acute rejection episode on post-operative day 8, which was successfully then treated with a pulse and taper of steroids. At that time, MMF 1 gram per oral BID was added to its immunosuppressant regimen. He was discharged from the hospital on post-operative day 12 with instructions to instructions to visit the transplant clinic in 4 days. Since then, he has done fairly no complaints until now, 4 months later. On admission to the hospital, a physical examination was remarkable for an oral temperature of 38.8 degrees centigrade, blood pressure of 112 by 79 mmHg, heart rate 104 beats per minute, respiratory rate 22 breaths per minute, and a mild tremor. And there were some laboratory findings are also given there. So we have to actually find that what is the most likely diagnosis for AA. So first of all, we have the subjective chief complaint. We have that the 58 years old, 76 kg man with end-stage liver disease caused by alcoholic cirrhosis received the orthotropic liver transplant 16 weeks ago with 3-day history of generalized malaise, fatigue, nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, fever, and anorexia. His post-operative course is complicated by acute rejection on the day 8 and after treatment discharged from the hospital on post-operative day 12, and then after 4 days he visited the hospital as scheduled. Medication, post-operative immunosuppressant regimen that was given was oral prednisone 5 mg per oral BID, tacrolimus 5 mg per oral BID, valganciclovir 450 mg per oral daily for 3 months. After acute rejection episode, the MMF 1 gram per oral BID was added to the previous regimen, and current medications included tacrolimus 6 mg per oral BID, prednisone 10 mg per oral daily, TPCMX 80 mg per oral Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. In objective, we have the vitals, oral temperature, blood pressure, and heart rate, respiratory rate. So here are the laboratory findings. Here the blood urea nitrogen level is elevated, that is bun level is elevated, that indicates there is a kidney injury, or we can say the kidney disease. Elevated level of the aspartate transaminase and alanine transaminase and elevated bilirubin. It indicates that there is a liver damage or disease. So we have also conducted the CMV PCR, which shows it is greater than 2000 copies, much more greater than 2000 copies, that the person has not only developed the viremia, instead the person is suffering from the severe infection. So CMV PCR is 184,000 copies per ml, that shows the patient suffering from the CMV. And elevated tacrolimus concentration is indicative of weakened immune system. Assessment, we have two types: suspected diagnosis and confirmed diagnosis. As CMV is transmitted from positive donor to negative recipient during the liver transplant, so there is 80 to 100% chance of infection. So patient may have developed the CMV infection. Confirmed diagnosis: abnormal liver enzymes along with the CMV PCR of 184,000 copies per ml and leukemia and thrombocytopenia confirm that the patient is infected with CMV. Here we have the plan. Ganciclovir is the first line agent used for the CMV treatment in solid organ transplant recipient. Although it's very efficacious in this regard, but still there is a potential 20% relapse rate of CMV after this therapy, so maintenance therapy is required. Ganciclovir is virostatic agent, nucleoside analog that is phosphorylated in infected cells to its active form and then incorporated into replicating viral DNA. Since AA is renally compromised, so dose should be adjusted. Patients should be given ganciclovir 2.5 mg per kg IV every 12 hours for 2 to 3 weeks, followed by its low dose of 2.5 mg per kg every day, or valganciclovir or oral ganciclovir for 2 to 4 weeks. Cytomegalovirus immunoglobulin may be given as 100 mg per kg dose with every other day for 14 days in a combination with ganciclovir. If the patient is resistant to ganciclovir, then foscarnet can be given in dose of 60 mg per kg after 8 hours for 2 to 3 weeks. Its dose should be adjusted for the patient that have the renal dysfunction, as it can cause serious nephrotoxicity. So prophylaxis, as patients has received the CMV, along with the liver transplant. So, in such patients, the prophylactic therapy should be initiated immediately after the transplant. It focuses on the combined use of the different agents as well as IV followed by the oral therapies. Since AA has an 80 to 100% chance of the infection development, plus plus has an early acute rejection episode, which means that he received a higher dose of immunosuppression also, that put him to the higher risk of developing the CMV disease. So, A should receive the prophylaxis at least for 3 months after the transplantation. Immediately post-operative IV ganciclovir 5 mg per kg every day should be used. Once AA is tolerating the oral medication, switch to the oral ganciclovir 450 mg. And to prevent all these things, we should uh, prevent the CMV in the transplantation by using the seronegative donor and the blood product that must be seronegative. Coming to the preemptive therapy, since prophylactic therapy is not always effective as it's often toxic and very expensive, so preemptive therapy can be used to prevent the CMV disease after monitoring the laboratory test to identify the pre-symptomatic CMV viremia, usually by utilizing the CMV PCR. Once patient develops the viremia, that is, we can come to know about viremia when the CMV PCR viral load is greater than 2000 copies per ml. Then the patient should receive the treatment with IV ganciclovir or oral valganciclovir. Thank you so much. That's all.